finally here. I know everybody been waiting for it, right? And I'm not playing no games. Yeah. Circle of red back and I'm going and leaving tracks in morning. And I don't give a crap whether you streaming, you torrent this. You can try to contest, but you be needing an army. Beat them in Normandy. Current rappers eat to the warning. Stone cold like a Steve Austin. He jacking, I'm putting rappers in these coffins. He's acting like he got it, but he's lost it. Keep attacking these slackers that want to feed off me. He's softy. This one for everybody. Supporters to haters just to show that I'm greater. I'm eating steak and potatoes on the way to Decatur. Maybe that's just a little made up, but you got a little ways up before you can even make up all the ground. And the distance between us, I'm lapping around, and that's the reason you seen us. And you can talk down, but that don't really mean much. Cause you are a clown, let my enemies team up. It still won't be a fair fight, cause I'm very nice. I practice at every night to get on this herd mic. You know I'm alert, right? You know that it ain't nothing to serve, right? And I be killing tracks to the earth like my birthright. I'm solid like sound money, and you fools sound funny. Now one of you clowns want me to pound your face in the dirt, so stop irking me when I'm round. No, it's going down, I'm going to town, holding the crown. I'm saying that I'm so amazing. If I'm Ruben, then you Clay Aiken, but second place gets nothing. So get up at this godforsaken booth. The truth is you sadly mistaken. Proof I'm better than layman. Shoot, I'm Super Saiyan Blue. This rap game, what you can't pursue. I'm a blatant root canal like an aching tooth. So now, cause the rap circle is here now. Underestimated my following, gave our dollars to the pre-order column. So what the problem is, say you was dropping it, and then turn around, did the opposite. Lining your pockets, you got a lot of nerve to be opting this. I guess I bit off more than I can chew. Let's not excuse my tardiness, I like to apologize to my audience. Not like I've been partying, promise not being fraudulent. I've been in homestead like a privatizing Rothbardian. Part of a parliament, that's a problem. I plan on abolishing, cause a raucous, I'll best the friggin' product you all are in. And all that talking, I ain't buying what you offering. You about as intimidating and soft as what your daughter is. You been a faking, yet you still hating. You can't knock me cause I've been through Olympic trials of tribulations. Been on this grind and walked many miles to get this cake, and now I'm going ape like I'm a Saiyan. Quit playing with me, cause I'm a lot to deal with. All you bitches better know my name. Nobody you hoes, I'm coming from South Park. Get you out the dark, I'ma spit your fucking
No threat to our Hotep, especially when the Hotep got the goddess mask off. He's working his ass off, trying to tell y'all goofy dudes what they planning. It's Hotep, Hotep. Hope you motherfuckers understand. It's Hotep, Hotep. Hope you motherfuckers understand. No threat to our Hotep, especially when the Hotep got the goddess mask off. He's working his ass off, trying to tell y'all goofy dudes what they planning. It's Hotep, Hotep. Hope you motherfuckers understand. It's Hotep, Hotep. Hope you motherfuckers understand.
What up, what up, what up? Happy Sunday, happy Sunday. Welcome to Cannon Speaks. I am Cannon Hotep. I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. Ooh, man, this heat wave ain't no joke out this bitch. We got that Mario 3 son that just hit you upside the head, son, as soon as you come out the house. Man, oh man, it's been a hot one this weekend. I'll tell you that much, guys. Anyway, I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. If you're here and you're new, hit that like, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification icon. It'll let you know when I got new content coming out. Please, please, please share this stream. Let people know that we're live. Share this stream. Let people know that we're live. Help me beat this algorithm. YouTube is fucking me up. I'm telling you. What up, Sauce? Sauce said he finally on time for the stream. That's what's up. That's what's up. Who else we got in here? Who else? Another asshole's in here again. He says, salute indeed. Shield to the Patriots. And, of course, hammer at the like button. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. We got Emmanuel Presley in the building. What up, what up, what up? We got Natasha Kayleen. What's the deal, Natasha? What's the deal? So we're going to have a short show tonight. It was something I really wanted to talk about. Oh, we got Renee Vogel Jr. in the building. What's going on, man? I ain't seen you in a minute. So we got Renee Vogel in the building. All right, so check it, right? So I got two quick stories. One, we're going to talk about the the Monkberry Moon Delight, aka the Donkey Pox, aka the Booty Pox, aka the Rainbow Pox, whatever you want to call it. We're gonna talk. We got a story from ABC World News tonight. So, and then the next one is I seen some disturbing ring footage that should actually concern everyone. Some ATF agents rolled up on somebody's house in Delaware, asking to see their firearms. Really fucking interesting. We're gonna get to that. Natasha says, yeah, my dad was considering moving back to Baltimore, but the humidity and the politics, he wants to leave West Virginia or Washington State. He's sick of getting shamed. Hey, I understand. I don't know. Tell him to go to Arizona, Texas, somewhere free. Anyway, like I said, if you're new, hit that like, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification icon. It'll let you know I got new content coming out. Please share the stream. Let people know that we live. I appreciate it. We got 7 in the building. We got 8 likes. That's what I'm talking about. Hopefully more people come out. Let's see. Also, just to let you know that super chats get priority over any other chat in the chat box. Let's see. What we got here. All right, so the first story we're gonna go to is from ABC World News. This is really interesting, guys. So let's go over and check this out. Let me see.
Now to the monkeypox outbreak. The World Health Organization today declaring a global emergency. The second time in 2 years, officials have taken that extraordinary step. More than 70 countries now reporting cases. The U.S. nearing 2,900 infections, with New York State having the most cases with at least 900. Here's ABC's Phil Lipoff in New York City.
Tonight, growing concern over the global spread of monkeypox. The World Health Organization today declaring the outbreak a public health emergency of international concern.
We have an outbreak that has spread around the world rapidly through new modes of transmission, about which we understand too little.
More than 16,000 monkeypox cases have been detected across 75 countries. 5 deaths have been reported, all in Africa. In the United States, nearly 2,900 cases have been detected, including 2 cases in children. Health officials in Chicago warning of more than 200 reported cases there.
We are seeing person-to-person transmission of this virus. It's spread through close, often intimate contact.
Monkeypox is typically...
See how they cut it off, right? Close, often intimate contact. Between who? Between who? That's all I want to know. Between who? Let's go.
A mild illness that can cause fever, headache, fatigue, and painful rashes.
The sores are very painful, though. So luckily, they're not in a place that I am on my hands or anything, because I can only imagine.
In recent decades, low levels of monkeypox have been reported in some African countries. The current outbreak is affecting countries across the globe. The majority of cases so far found in men who have sex with other men, though officials warn it can easily transmit to other demographic groups.
Late this afternoon, the White House released a statement saying the WHO's decision here is a call to action globally. Here at home, the federal government has already ordered 5 million doses of the monkeypox vaccine, expecting 7 million by next year in anticipation of increased demand. Health officials tell us that vaccine, coupled with education and testing, is the best way to help stop the spread of monkeypox. Whit.
Phil, thank you. Now to the monkey.
Man. Remember when I said watch out for the hook? Look like the remix done gone by the wayside. Now we got that Monkberry Moon Delight. We got that Booty Pox. Got that Donkey Kong. And it looked like they done spread Diddy Kong to 2 kids. So let's see. Let's see if I can find it again. Let's see. It was interesting. Let me see. So he said, if I can find it, is this it right here?
Outbreak that has spread around the world rapidly through new modes of transmission about which we understand too little.
More than 16,000
Here we go.
monkeypox cases have been detected across 75 countries. 5 deaths have been.
Okay, so we got 16,000 plus cases in 75 countries. All right, with only 5 deaths, and that's all in Africa.
Been reported all in Africa. In the United States, nearly 2,900 cases have been detected, including 2 cases in children. Health
All right, so we got 2,900 cases here, 2 cases in children.
officials in Chicago warning of more than 200 reported cases there.
We are seeing person-to-person transmission of this virus. It's spread through close, often intimate contact.
They wouldn't even let her finish that. So check it, right? Like I said, remember when I told y'all to watch for the hook? Here we go. Here we go. I need to make that meme. You know that meme where it's the mother and the child playing in the water, and it's like it'll say the Diddy Kong, and then at the bottom of it it'll be the remix, something like that. We need to make a meme for this. It's just crazy, guys. Here we go again. They recycling shit. So 16,000 cases around the world, only 5 deaths. Okay. 2 cases in children in America, with 2,900 cases total in America. But now they're declaring a health emergency. They're declaring a health emergency. It's interesting to me. It's an interesting one to me. Ladies and gentlemen, here's your new boogeyman. You want to know how they was gonna have a repeat year, a repeat season? All right. They couldn't go to the well with the remix again, so they had to go with the Monkberry Moon Delight. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you your new boogeyman. So with this new boogeyman, we already know what's going to come. So I suggest you guys get prepared, because we've already shown, or people have already shown, how far they're willing to go for security. We've already shown, or the rubes have already shown how far they're willing to go, or what they're willing to do in the name of science and health. Pavlov's dog. They're ringing that dinner bell again, and here come the dogs are running back. That's what's happening here. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And if you don't, read between the lines. Get familiar. This is the new boogeyman. This is the new flavor of the month. I can't really talk too much on it because you already know how they do on here. Got to talk in code. It's a national health emergency. It's a global health emergency now. It's funny because if I'm not mistaken, didn't we just give the WHO sole power over what they determine, pandemics and shit like that, pandemoniums and shit like that? Now all of a sudden we got this Monkberry Moon Delight. That's what I'm going to be calling it. With very minimal fatalities. All right. And they're going to use this to scare the sheep back into submission. Shit is crazy, folks. See if I can't find something real quick. Let's see. Let's see. Bear with me for a second, folks. All right. I think this is it right here. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Here we go. Let's change that right there. Here we go right here. So check this out. So I'm gonna replay this thing that I played this on a stream about a month back from Weon. Like Weon they've been killing. That's the Indian news network that be on and stuff like that. So let's check this shit out.
Moving on now to other global stories. As monkeypox cases continue to rise globally, concerns are being raised that the infection flare-up could lead to a bigger outbreak across the world. The U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention says that it is aware of more than 700 cases of monkeypox globally, including 21 in the United States. Genetic analysis of recent monkeypox cases suggests that there are 2 distinct strains in America as of now, raising the possibility that the virus has been circulating undetected for quite some time. Meanwhile, some of the confirmed cases have not been linked to any recent travel, suggesting the onset of community spread in the region. The United States is among the few countries to have stockpiled thousands of doses of vaccines and drugs to fight this virus. There are currently 2 authorized vaccines, which were originally developed against smallpox. Monkeypox is closely related to smallpox, and experts suggest that drugs that were created to fight smallpox could be effective in treating monkeypox as well. Canada, meanwhile...
So basically, Monkberry Moon Delight is a derivative or basically a genetic sister to the small variety. The small variety is more deadlier, a lot more deadlier, but apparently the small varieties of vacation can stop the Monkberry Moon Delight. That's what they're saying. So basically they're using the small version of vacation to fight this. Thing is the small version's vacation stepped on? Is it stepped on? Got a little spice added to it? It's my question.
has detected nearly 80 confirmed cases of the virus, mostly in the Quebec province. Not only North America, the outbreak has also gripped Europe. France has confirmed 51 cases, raising the toll from 33, which was recorded a day earlier. The French Public Health Agency said that all the cases that have been reported so far have been men aged between 22 and 63. France has so far recommended vaccinations for adults if they come into contact with infected individuals. So far, the UK has reported at least 207 cases of the infection. Countries like Portugal, Spain, the Netherlands are also witnessing a significant surge in numbers. The disease is traditionally endemic to parts of Central and West Africa, but is rare in Europe and North Africa. Not any more clearly. The infection, which is usually not fatal, generally shows a host of symptoms, including fever, muscle ache, swollen lymph nodes, and chickenpox-like rashes.
Now, all right, so you see these symptoms, right? Okay. So it's not deadly, but you get fever, headache, muscle aches, exhaustion, swollen lymph nodes, and chickenpox-like rashes. Does that sound familiar to anybody? Is there another disease out there, in the world that, usually travels between the rainbow community that has those symptoms? I'm just saying.
It usually takes 2 to 4 weeks to recover from this disease. Beyond World is One is now available in your country.
Like I said, those symptoms sound real fucking familiar. They sound real fucking familiar. We got Svenstead in the building. What's going on, Svenstead? He said, didn't they find The Monkberry Moon Delight in 1975. That's true. That is true. This is not a new thing. This is not a new thing. See, like she said, it came up in Central and West Africa is what she said. They have 2 strains, right? The Central strain is a little more potent, but it's still not that deadly. The West African strain is more mild, right? Generally, it's not, a deadly virus. But it seems like the WHO wants to treat it as such. According to the WHO, we got the new plague on our hands. That's what I'm going to say. And I would like to say, just like the WHO, we won't get fooled again. But I'm sorry. The way they had motherfuckers lined up in New York, hey, like they was lined up for that new ATZ shit. It was an AZT. Y'all know what I'm talking about. We got a Mark Wilson in the building. What's going on? What's going on, bro? Saw says transmitting through intimate context of how kids got it. And of course, the only deaths are in Africa. Bruh. Those are the questions. Right? I guess the parent is infected. The mommies or the daddies are infected. They gonna hug the kid. They don't know they infected. The kid get hugged. I guess I don't know. I don't know how. I don't know. That's an interesting. Hey, so that shit's scary, bro. Tasha says this world is a hot mess. Human made, like, wow. Someone says it was known in 1975, so why now? Because we figured out how to make it affect more people. That's why. Emmanuel says black people are lost, bro. I gotta agree with you. Juan says, what's up with the AG in Baltimore? I'm not sure. I know that I don't think she's gonna win her race, and like she might be going to jail. So maybe we'll touch on that story one day. Sauce the Prophet says they're gonna break that fear button. I know, right? But I don't know, yo. A lot of these NPCs out here, they just go with the flow. They all get scared over everything. They want to feel like they survived some shit. I don't know. This shit is crazy to me. Emmanuel says, went to DC yesterday and people were jogging in 100 degrees with yo, bro, I've been seeing that shit around Baltimore all weekend. I'm like, y'all motherfuckers gonna pass out. It's too fucking hot out here. Yo, this heat hitting different, bro. I don't care what nobody say. This fucking sun, this like this is a whole different, like, 90 degrees or 100 degrees, y'all. I don't ever remember like 95 degree weather being this fucking hot. Like the sun, like, is a fucking death ray, just fucking you up. I'm like, damn, I know it's 95 degrees, but this shit feel like it's a whole lot hotter than 95 degrees. You know what I mean? Like, it's bad, bro. And these people out here running around mass, jogging around and shit, ready to fucking just fall out in the streets. Shit is ridiculous. We got Handy Bob in the building. What's up, Handy Bob? Let's see. Handy Bob says, notice how none of the reporting, none of them reporting from any lamestream media gives actual numbers on infections, etc. They all just give generic platitudes of soaring cases, spreading infection, blah, 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 blah. You're right. You're right. The demon that's in the building, what's the deal? Yeah, people in DC are nuts. Maryland too. People wearing masks outdoor with no one around. Yeah. It's facts. Bro, exactly. I feel like a fucking microwave. That's a good analogy right there. I feel like a fucking microwave outside, y'all. Like hot. Like people passing out just out of nowhere hot. Like you get instant fucking heat exhaustion the minute you get hit with the sun right now. Bruh, I went to my mother's house yesterday to help her. I had to move some shit in the yard. I was outside for like 10 minutes, yo. For like 10 minutes moving some shit. And like I had to drown a fucking liter of water immediately after just doing what I had to do. I'm like, why is it so fucking hot? Like, as soon as I stepped out the truck, I'm just immediately sweating. It was crazy. I'm like, yo, this sun, it's something different with this fucking sun. Something up. It's too fucking hot. And like, I'm looking at my fucking thermostat. I'm like, no, fuck that. It's gotta be hotter than 94 degrees. This shit feel like I'm baking. Fucking convection oven is what it feel like. Bruh. I digress. What up, DMW? We up in the building. DMW up in the building. I'm from DC. It's really where you travel, not really seen in the urban areas. Bro, I was in DC on Thursday. I saw people just walking with the mask on. Here in Baltimore, like even in my neighborhood, I'm leaving out my neighborhood, dudes just jogging down the street, women jogging down the street, full mask. I'm just like, y'all crazy. It is where it do depend on where you at though. I do agree with you on that. I do agree with you on that, Ahmad. Anyway. But guys, like I said before, I told y'all watch out for the hook. Here it is. Your new boogeyman. The Monkberry Moon Delight. The Booty Pox. The Rainbow Pox. Whatever you want to call it. The Tupacs. I don't know what you want to call this shit. But it's here. The Diddy Kong. The Donkey Kong. Whatever you want to call this shit. The fucking King Kong. I can call this shit Kong if you want it. I don't know. Somebody give me a good name for this shit. Somebody give me a good euphemism for this shit, or whatever you want to call it. Need one. Put the shit in the chat. What's the new name for this shit, bro? Whatever you want to call it. Get prepared, people. Get prepared for a cold winter. Get prepared for a dark winter. Something telling me that the remix was just a test. Something telling me the remix and the vacation that we just went through was just a test. I'm just gonna say. I can't say that, LP. LP trying to get me canceled. Or suspended or gotten the fuck out of here. Yo, yeah, it's been hotter than First Screech, bro. Russia turned on that heat laser. Somebody did something, yo. LP wild. I can't say that shit, LP. The Crocs. Hey, I like that Sphinx there. We're gonna call that shit the Crocs. I like that one. The Grape Ape. I like the Grape Ape. The Sassy Pox. I like the Sassy Pox too. That was a crazy movie you saw. Snowpiercer, that was a decent movie. That's crazy. Motherfuckers eating cricket bars and shit. Shit was crazy. Good movie. Very dystopian. Everybody should see that movie. Snowpiercer. It's got Captain Not So America in it. Amar says, you know, old people always cold, keeping the thermostat in high heat blast niggas. Oh, man. You ain't lying, though, yo. They be keeping that thermostat on fucking Satan. Shit is crazy. Be hot as shit. We got 26 in the building, 17 likes. Hit them likes. Please share this stream if you're new. Please hit the like, the subscribe button. Please hit the notification icon. Please share this stream. I'll let people know we live. Sweet. What we got here? Let me see. Okay. Oh, here we go. Svenstead. I appreciate you, Svenstead, with the 20. I'm not sure what what denomination that is, but I appreciate it anyway, sir. Get a round of applause for that. I appreciate you. But yeah, it's just crazy. So like I said, guys, watch out. The shit gonna get worse. So between the fucking Sassy Pox or the Grape Ape, the food shortages that are getting ready to get worse, the fuel shortages that are getting ready to get worse, this proxy war that we might become a actual boots on the ground thing. We in for it, bruh. We in for it, people. We are in for it. Please get prepared. Like I've been saying, get strapped up, get legal, get your CCWs. If you're lonely in the wintertime, find your BBW. Get your CCWs, people. Please get your food and your water stores up. Get your first aid up. Please get your fuel up. Get prepared for some shit to go down. I just want you to know that. Please. The writing's on the wall now. The writing's on the wall now. I got a feeling they're gonna be using the grape ape to keep us in again. So, and we already have a collapsing economy and people not wanting to work. Please get yourselves prepared, people. The hook is here. I'm just saying. Anyway, let's get to this last story of the day. Like I said, we're going to keep it short tonight. So check it, right? Some guy catches on his Ring camera. I guess this was like around July 20th. The fucking ATF knocks on his door, asking to see 2 guns that he purchased simply because he purchased 2 guns, and possibly get get more guns, right? Let me see something. And possibly see the rest of them. Asking that way we don't have to come back. We'll just write down the serial numbers and we'll be on our way. So I want you to see this video. This shit was crazy. Well, Armed Corgi, welcome. The Watcher sent you. That's my man. The Watcher over there, guys. If you're not subscribed to the Watcher, what are you doing? Go subscribe to the Watcher. The Watcher on YouTube. I appreciate you coming in. Yeah, yo. Yeah, go get you a few 25-pound bags of rice. That's facts. You can definitely do that. You know what I mean? Bruh, I'm right there with you, Emmanuel. Straight up. But anyway, let's get to this. I'm going to go ahead and pause this up real quick. We're going to jump on over here. Check this shit out, people.
Sir? Yeah. Okay, that's all I'm doing is verifying that, verifying that you have it. You got 2 different purchases. Okay. If you have them, I'm out of here. That's how quick it is. Yeah. You have them with you by any chance? Are they? If you can unload them and bring them out, or you can go out to your foyer here, check them out by serial number, and we're out of here. That's it? Yep. That's it. It'll take 5 seconds.
The reason we're out here is we're obviously gun violence has been an uptick, so we want to make sure we've been having a lot of issues with straw purchases.
So they're claiming that they're out there for straw purchases because he bought. They said a large amount of guns, which is 2. He bought 2 guns in one purchase, which apparently prompted a visit from the fucking ATF. What they're trying to do is verify his serial numbers and that he has those in his possession. Seems harmless enough on the surface, right? On its face, it seems harmless enough, right? However, they have a register. They have a copy in their hands of his registered firearm, which, if I'm not mistaken, I didn't think they were supposed to have. Now, I know that there's some law that from back in like the 70s or some shit like that where they can do this, where they just pop up at your fucking house and they say, we need to just verify that you have these guns or whatever. Never been enforced like that. Now, all of a sudden, it's being enforced. Right? This is on the heels of like California and New York wanted to have a registry for anybody that's got a CCW. A universal registry for anybody that's got a CCW. This shit is fucking crazy. So check this shit out.
So one of the things indicators that we get is somebody makes like a large gun purchase, and then a lot of times we've been there like, oh, those guns got taken. We're like,
so the idea is when you purchase more than 2 guns at a time, it generates a multiple sale report, and it comes to us, and we have to check them out. Okay. That's all.
So you buy more than 2 guns in one purchase, it generates a multiple sales report, which is fucking crazy to me. Now, I've never purchased more than 1 gun in one day. I purchased, maybe the most I think I might have purchased in 1 month might have been 3. but it wasn't the same day. But the thing is, that also begs the question, what makes that different than, so if I bought those 3 guns on that one day, what makes it different from me buying those 3 guns Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday? You feel me? But these people came and knocked on his door to see the guns that he purchased legally, right? This should scare everybody. This should alarm everyone, knowing that the ATF can come knock on your door, ask to see your firearms that you purchase. Not only ask to see your firearms that you purchase, they have your firearms on a list in their hands with the serial numbers. You'll see later on in this thing, he asks if they see any other guns that he have so they can write the serial number down so they don't have to come back. Where are those serial numbers going after they come? Right? Or after they leave? Jimmy Doss, Hotep with a 20. I appreciate you, Jimmy. Jimmy says, I was always told ATF only gets 4473s if they go back to the dealer. That's what I heard too, Jimmy. My buddy is a dealer. How did they leverage the store to give up those papers? This feels like Fast and Furious strong arming. That is true. Abolish the ATF. Trash government. Facts. Well armed Corgi says legally they're not supposed to be able to use the NICS system as a registry, but they've wormed it. They've wormed around it. That's what it sounds like to me. That's exactly what it sounds like to me. LP says, I think they're only supposed to know if you bought a handgun or rifle, nothing about the model per se. Well, he got he got the whole shit in his hand. You know what I mean? This is Delaware. This is the state of Delaware. Natasha said, and humans doing the dirty work. Stand up or lay down. What the fuck? Facts. The multiple purchases report is one workaround. That is true. Yeah, that is a definite workaround. That's why I wanted to touch on this. I know it's a thing, but it's like they don't even ever enforce it. Now all of a sudden they want to enforce this report. You know what I mean? But 2 is a fucking, a large amount a purchase of a large amount in one day or whatever. Shit is crazy. Corgi says, I'd be scared they get jumpy and shoot my ass. Man, listen. That's now it seems like these 3 officers, they seem cool enough. You know what I mean? They seem kind of reluctant to do the job, but they're doing a just following orders thing, That's facts. This is why you don't answer your door. This 2 long guns in one purchase thing came along because of the Fast and the Furious. Feds used the failed Fed op to generate this regulation. The secondary form from FFLs have the numbers on them.
That is, he did nothing wrong. Did absolutely zero. I noticed that you were stopped in Philly, though, right, with one of your guns, sir? Yeah. Okay.
All right, so that's the one video. Here's the second video.
I'm okay. I just
We'll wait. You feel more comfortable?
I'm okay. I didn't expect.
Oh no! But listen, it just came up. I'm telling you, that's why we came here. Look, there's an email from the federal side saying, hey, can you make sure this guy's got his gun? Now, if you recently just purchased a whole bunch of guns, if we can look at them and just scratch them off, and that way.
You see this shit? Well, if you recently just purchased a whole lot of guns, can we just look at them and we can just scratch them off, and then we don't have to come back here? And like now they want what other guns he has with the other serial numbers to make a model and all this other shit. Like Handy Bob said, like Corgi said, they're using the NICS the NICS system is a federal registry, and that's not what it's supposed to be. It's not what it's supposed to be used for. It's not what it's supposed to be used for. So the NICS form, right, just says that you can purchase a firearm, right, like a long gun or whatever, right, or a handgun. You still got to do it for a handgun too. Thing is, it don't tell you what handgun that it uses or that was purchased. It doesn't tell you what long gun that was purchased. It just says that you passed the background check and you can purchase a gun. Now, like he said, now the issue comes where is how did they know what gun that he purchased or what guns he purchased? How they know what serial numbers those guns had? That has to be given up by either they went and pressed the FFLs for it, right? Or they got some system where they can see that shit that they said they didn't have. That's the scary shit.
Because I know we won't see this list again.
Yeah, we can just write which ones you just bought, and so we save a trip from coming back. We can just confirm that you have them.
Write the ones you just bought, and then we save a trick from coming back. So we just want to get, we want to get an inventory of what you got in your house. Yeah, it's none of our fucking business, but we want to get an inventory of what you got in your house. Is what they're saying. Like I said, this should scare everybody. That this can go down. This can happen. This is going to happen more often. This isn't a one-off. We're going to see this more often. Handy Bob got a point. Wait a week or two between purchases, or just wait till the next day, because like they just going based off of the next day or some shit. Who knows? But this shit is fucking. This shit is terrible. This ain't supposed to happen. This shouldn't be happening. They should not be on this man's step asking to see if he passed his NICS form. That should be it. That should be it. That should be it.
Okay. Yeah. I'll go get them.
Okay.
Okay.
We will wait out here.
Okay.
We will stay out here.
Okay.
You can lock yourself in
have
there.
my little boy in there and my wife.
Yeah, we'll
No.
stay-
Listen, I understand. We'll stay out here. No big deal.
That's fine.
All right.
We'll stay
All right.
out here.
All right.
So you hear them talk amongst themselves.
Yeah, I don't blame them. Don't blame them.
We'll wait.
So, you know, the cop was saying, I don't blame him. You know what I mean? But that shit's crazy. That shit's crazy. So they sound like they're using the NICS as a national registry, in my opinion. Well, Corgi says, NICS system is supposed to be a black box, but the feds have been caught with their hands in the cookie jar several times, now using it as an open database. Your 4473 now, that is done digitally. Yeah, it goes. That's facts. That's facts. Goes straight to the ATF. And they've been caught several times using it as an open database. They're going to continue to use it. We're going to start to see the shit getting worse, especially now that the Supreme Court rulings came down. We already see that California want to use it for that. New York wants to use it for that. Shit is sad. It's wild. Shit is wild. Exactly, Amal Wilson. They're starting a registration process for whose weapons to confiscate. Brave new world. Brave new world. Where are the civil rights attorneys? This is literally a violation of the right that is supposed to be untouchable by government. That's facts. I would not want to go grab the gun with the cops waiting. No, that's true. That's true. You know what I mean? See, the thing about it is that, you know, Nickel Slick got his guy that he about to put in office as the leader or the director of the ATF. Sorry, guys. As the director of the ATF, who's going to greenlight a lot of this shit to happen more often. So be prepared for that. Take precaution. You know, and I hate to say it, you know, don't get on their radar. You know, if you feel like you wanted to get 3 guns or some shit, spread them purchases out. Spread them purchases out. You know, they don't need to know what the fuck you got in your house. 2, this guy didn't even have to answer the door. This guy could have just said, from the ring, go away. Come back with a warrant. You know? More than likely, they probably wouldn't have came back. You know, this shit is crazy. This violates his, you know, 4th Amendment rights. Shit like that. Like, the ATF knocking on your door asking to see your guns and to write down the serial number and registration and get a full account of what you got in your safe is crazy. It's nonsensical. That shit is nuts. Because you know what happens when they decide to do an all-out ban on some shit? Them serial numbers and them descriptions that these police officers got, right? That shit is crazy, right? Those descriptions, those serial numbers that those police officers got are now going to be used to come and confiscate that man's guns. Handy Bob says, side note, this dude was a criminal and had ill intent. Oh, I'm sorry. On a side note, if this dude was a criminal and had ill intent, all three of those dudes would get smoked before they could even react. They're just so nonchalant about everything. Natasha says, I'm not grabbing shit. If you catch me slipping and walk up to me as I'm entering or leaving because I'm looking outside before I step out, I got one word: warrant, and show me it. Facts. You know, but that's the thing. This guy was being polite. He was showing him. He gave him what he wanted to. I don't know if he was shook because he had, I guess, two of the guys were ATF. The other guy was a state trooper, but he had law enforcement at his door. And let's not forget the ATF is a law enforcement arm. They have guns, and they sent guys with guns to go make sure this guy had the guns he said he had, to get his guns on the record. That's what they were trying to do. Well, Corgi said, California just last month, if I remember right, all of their gun owner databases open to the public, creating a shopping list for, yeah, exactly, for hike burglars. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Yep. Amar said they didn't want to be there just blindly following orders. Sound like it's what they was doing though. You know. Natasha says, see, both sides are out of line. You can't cave to these people. And the officers doing this ought to be ashamed. I ain't gonna say they were blindly doing it. I'm gonna say they were reluctantly doing it. You know, but they were very nonchalant. The database were only public for a short time, but they don't need to be up long for the wrong people to get it all. I understand. You're right. Only take what 24 hours. You know, an hour. You know, people got what they need to get. Know who got what, where to go. Yeah, they federal. They can do whatever the fuck they want. If I'm not mistaken, they probably just use the state trooper to chauffeur them. Essentially, he probably was just their fucking chauffeur. That's how that usually works. But they're federal. I'm pretty sure they don't need any what's the word? Permission to do shit. Maybe they brought along the state trooper as like what's it called? Is good faith, I guess. Not good faith, but like as a respect thing for the state troopers for the state of, you know, Delaware. You know. Because also a lot of these, and that's another thing, a lot of these issues with like the ATF and shit like that, they'll have ATF task force spread throughout certain jurisdictions, throughout certain police jurisdictions, in certain states. So let's just say the Delaware state troopers, you know, in that particular area had a ATF task force. They were deputized as like an ATF task force in that particular place. You know, they're state troopers. They're working alongside the ATF, which seems like this might have been this issue here. But this shit is crazy, guys. Like, things are just getting, you know, like I said, the writing's on the wall, people. The writing is on the wall. Not to mention, we got this assault weapons ban legislation on the Senate, if I'm not mistaken, on the Senate floor. We all heard what Jerry Nadler said, right? Let me see something. Let's see if this is this it? This might be it. Let's see.
It has not even been 24 hours since the last mass shooting, and who knows how long until the next one. Too soon? My friends, what the hell are you waiting for?
What we are doing here is just designed to appeal to Democratic primary voters. The bill won't make our schools safer, it will hamper the rights of law-abiding citizens, and it will do nothing to stop mass shootings.
That's not it. Hold on a second. Sorry, guys. I think this is it right here. All right, let's go over.
Strike the last word. Gentleman's recognized.
Yeah, I think this is it.
James Madison wrote in Federalist 46, besides the advantage of being armed, which the Americans possess over the people of almost every other nation, the existence of subordinate governments to which the people are attached and by which the militia officers are appointed forms a barrier against the enterprises of ambition more insurmountable than any which a simple government of any form can admit of. Notwithstanding the military establishments in the several kingdoms of Europe, which are carried as far as the public resources will bear, the governments are afraid to trust the people with arms. And it is not certain that with this aid alone, they would not be able to shake off their yokes. But were the people to possess the additional advantages of local governments, chosen by themselves, who could collect
What's up, my Beavers unit? What's the deal?
The national force, and of officers appointed out of the militia by these governments, the local governments, and attached both to them and to the militia, it may be affirmed with the greatest assurance that the throne of every tyranny in Europe would be speedily overturned in spite of the legions which surround it. Noah Webster wrote in an examination of the leading principles of the federal Constitution, quote, before a standing army can rule, the people must be disarmed, as they are in almost every country in Europe.
Bruh.
The supreme power in America cannot enforce unjust laws by the sword because the whole body of the people are armed and constitute a force superior to any band of regular troops. Patrick Henry wrote in 1778, guard with jealous attention the public liberty. Suspect everyone who approaches that jewel. Unfortunately, nothing will preserve it but downright force. Whenever you give up that force, you are ruined. The great object is that every man be armed. Everyone who is able might have a gun. Now, people look at those words in 1778 differently than some today in 2022. They look at them differently because they're not looking at through the prism of having come out of a tyranny with King George and exercising their liberty to extract themselves from that tyranny and establish a new nation. But the principles remain the same in any event. The principles are exactly the same. And that is the reality of the purpose of the Second Amendment. And some like to point to a part of the Second Amendment and suggest that some of us ignore that part. No, we just analyze the clause and analyze the entirety of the Second Amendment and recognize that well regulated in the 18th century.
That's a good point, Boris. Boris says on one hand he wants manufacturers of weapon to be liable. On the other hand, jabby juice makers get unlimited liability exemptions. Sound like money train. That's true. Money talking. That's true. Corgi says, if I tried to use an arrest warrant as ID for my next vacation, it would be ugly. That's true. Weak men produce hard times. That's facts.
Meant well organized, well armed, well disciplined. And it was the whole of the people.
He's speaking facts, though.
The people of the day that made up the militia because they just organized.
Facts.
And they organized themselves against tyranny, and they organized themselves in order to stand up against the king.
Will the gentleman yield?
And I will in a moment, Chairman. That is the reality of the origination of the Second Amendment. Now, we have weapons for a variety of purposes. We talk about it here regularly: hunting, defending ourselves. I'm going to talk in a minute when we talk about amendments about the need for the people of Texas, for example, not only to hunt deer, pigs, all the various things that we hunt in Texas, but also to defend ourselves.
Right.
With a wide open border.
Right.
With cartels that are well armed and
Right.
empowered along our border.
Right.
With
What's up, Jay?
incursions that are reaching into communities in South Texas. And again, I'll address that a little later in an amendment. But we have the right to do that and to defend ourselves. And the history is replete with examples of the extent to which Americans have defended themselves and, in fact, using the weapons that the majority wants to take away, whether it was a citizen using an AR-15 chased and shot down the Sutherland Springs shooter, whether in Harris County, Texas, a 15-year-old with an AR-15 defended himself and his 12-year-old sister
Yes.
from two home invaders.
Yep.
In Houston, Texas, a Texan with an AR-15 took down 3 drive-by shooters. A man with an AR-15 defended himself and 3 others from a gang of 7 masked and armed criminals. A good neighbor with an AR-15 stopped a stabbing without firing a shot. 3 Hawaiians with an AR-15 chased away 3 attackers. I could go on and on. That is our right, fundamentally. I now am out of time, which I did not mean to run the clock out.
Would you yield? I just wanted to say the gentleman is quite correct. The founding fathers feared standing armies. And that's why they had the Second Amendment. That's why they, as you read from the Federalist Papers, they feared a founding army. They feared a standing army and a well-regulated militia, which meant every able-bodied man had to have a musket in order to be available for call-up when necessary, because they didn't want a standing army. That hardly applies today. I yield back, and who said? For what purposes generally from Washington, D.C.? Yes, I will yield in response. Yes. I just said
An
that.
army. Oh, sorry. My mic's on.
The general, for what
So the guy made great points, and Nadler heard none of it. All he could say was, well, it doesn't apply today. No, it definitely applies today. See, the thing is that our founding fathers put the Second Amendment into the Constitution because they knew that they just got finished defending themselves against a tyrannical government. They just got finished fighting and winning their freedom from a tyrannical government, and that they knew that they too, or the United States could too, somehow down the line become tyrannical. And if that day was to come, that the people should be able to pick up and bear arms against their government should that day come. That's why we have the Constitution, because the founding fathers knew that there was a good chance that we too could become a tyrannical government, and should that happen, the people should be able to pick up and take up arms against their government, to abolish their government and start a new government should that happen. But see, people like Jerry Nadler and Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer and those guys, they don't want that. They don't want to lose their power. They don't want to lose their power. They want to be able to do whatever you want them to do. I mean, they want to be able to do whatever they want to do against you. You know what I mean? Like, look at Denmark right now. Look at the Dutch. Look at the Dutch out there. The farmers getting shot at by the police, and the government's telling them that they can't farm the way they've been farming for, ever. You need to use this new soil, this new fucking Brondo. It's got electrolytes. They want them to go the way of fucking Sri Lanka. Trudeau just signed some shit making it so that that their farmers start using whatever this fucking organic soil is, fertilizer. Some kind of fucking fertilizer mix. I think it's the same shit that Sri Lanka used that fucking bankrupt them. Brondo, because it's got electrolytes. These people ain't got no way to fight against it. but we do. And the powers that be know that we do. You know, but that's the case. That's the case. You know, and that was a great clip. Let me see. I know who has it. Hold on. Let me see. Here we go. All right, here we go. Shout out to Coleon Noir. He had the clip I was looking for. I think it was the same day, but if for some reason I can't get this clip because they probably fucking memory hold this clip because Jerry Nadler stuck his fucking foot in his mouth. So let's go over to this real quick.
Would anyone on the other side dispute that this bill would ban weapons that are in common use in the United States today?
Yeah, that's the point of the bill.
So to clarify, Mr. Chairman, you're saying it is the point of the bill to ban weapons that are in common use in the United States today?
Yes, the problem is they're in common use.
So he just admitted it in that one clip, right? He just admitted it in that one clip that they want to ban the AR-15 and all quote-unquote assault weapons because they're in common use when the Supreme Court ruled that because the AR-15 is a gun that's in common use, it therefore should not be, I guess the word banned or regulated. That was the ruling from the Supreme Court, if I'm not mistaken. So it sounds like Jerry Nadler and the rest of the Democrats wanted to defy that ruling. I think that ruling came down in DC versus Heller, if I'm not mistaken. They wanted to defy that ruling because they don't want to lose that power. They don't want to lose that power. They don't want to lose the power that they got. Shit's crazy. This shit is crazy, guys. All this shit's happening at one time, y'all. Everything's happening at one time. They're trying to crash the system right now. And like I said, in order to have a great reset, you got to do what? You got to crash the system. And that's what they're doing. Fuel shortages. Energy shortages. We having fucking rolling blackouts in certain states because apparently, quote unquote, the heat is straining the fucking power grid. Right? Record fucking heat waves. Right? Shout out to Cash that came out there doing the Lord's work fighting these fires. Right? You got governments telling their farmers, hey, don't farm with what works. Farm with this shit you ain't never farmed with before. Because we said so. And if the farmers disagree with them, they fucking try to make them do it by force. Or try to take them out. Look at Sri Lanka, it's bankrupt solely or partly because of that. Probably mostly because of that. Sold out by their fucking sold out by their power structure. Sold out by their leaders. Sold out by their public officials. And it's happening now in over with the Dutch. It's happening right now with it's gonna be happening with Canada. It ain't here yet. You know why? They don't want another Bundy Ranch incident. Remember that? Bundy Ranch, they fucking won. They won that battle. If any uprising happen, they want to make that shit go away like Waco. It's crazy, guys. It's all happening at once. They're crashing the system. They're crashing the system around you. It's happening in real time. Things are going to get worse, and I'm right there with Handy Bob now. This shit going to get worse. Shit going to get worse come harvest. Handy Bob. Thank you, Handy Bob. He says Scalia ruled on that in DC versus Heller. That's what I thought. This shit happening in real time, people. You'll own nothing and be happy. The biggest threat to the United States is the own patriots, the people willing to fight for the Constitution. That's what Bill Cooper told us back in the 80s, back in the early 90s. He said this shit was going to happen. Yeah, they're trying to create a dystopian nightmare, Corgi. This shit gonna happen around harvest time. I think Handy Bob's right. Let's not forget this quote unquote reason why gas is kind of sort of going down just a tad bit is because they're using what's called a tax holiday. We already got states that's gonna fucking double the tax on fuel and shit like that after this quote unquote tax holiday is up. So you about to see gas go through the fucking roof soon. Like when gas go up, the rest of the shit go up too. You already see markets not having everything in stock. Carton of eggs, $3. You know what I mean? Can't find bread. Certain meats. Like I said, people, get prepared. If you ain't prepared or I don't know what you're waiting on. You got to get it done, people. Get prepared because this shit ain't going to get better. Kayak Dog says, how many billions worth of guns have the neocons sent to Ukraine, which will mostly end up on the black market? They want to choose who is armed. That is facts. That is facts. DNW says, so that's why they don't want an armed population because they doing bullshit. That's facts. Yeah, it applies more now than ever. Demon that says, I remember back in 2018-19 thinking I got time before they crashed the system. Then 2020 happened. Bruh. I'm going to take that as a tweet. I'll give you credit for it, though. I'll give you credit for that. That one's good. All right. Manuel Predator said, look at what's going on. Look at what's going on in China. That's what's really scary. Yeah. Look at exactly. Lamar said he going head south. His family bagged. Damn, they bagged $16. Damn. Season just passed. Season coming up too. I just want to get a couple doughs. Fill the freezer up with some food, some meat. You know. For the lean times, definitely gonna get me a couple doughs this year. Another freezer before all this shit go down. DMW says the thing we should know: the powers that be aren't that bright. Crashing the system and expecting we the people to give up the means to defend life and liberty. We not going for that at all. That's facts. That's facts. Like I said, guys, please get your food stores. Get prepared. Get your resources. Get something to protect your chicken. Get legal. Get strapped. Shit getting worse, people. Shit gonna get worse. These birth pains is getting more frequent. We got wars and rumors of wars. Bruh, sound like revelations to me. Anyway, that's all I got for y'all tonight. About to take my ass to sleep, get ready for tomorrow. Shit crazy, people. Anyway, it's Cannon Hotep saying stay safe, stay well, stay strapped. Get prepared, people. Them birth pains is getting more frequent. I'll holler at you.